Bond Interiors has been around for over 30 years in the United Arab Emirates region, and we've serviced multiple hosts of clients from five-star hotels, ultra luxury private villas, um, a lot of the stores that you see in malls, we've done as well. We're a full fit out company where we can do airplanes, we've done yachts, anything that has to do with fit out, we're the people that are able to do it for you. On top of that, we also have one of the most sustainably efficient and one of the biggest factories. And we also have in-house joinery services, metal, solid surface, signage, and glass. Okay, so for me to answer this, it has to be two different answers. So we'll start off with the most generic of answers why anybody would go cloud. So what are the reasons people want to go cloud? It includes such things as security, which includes a disaster recovery plan, which is very costly for any company to have, especially in the GCC region, since there's a lot of attack on a daily basis. And scalability is another one. Of course, we can always choose to scale up, scale down. With cloud, it gives us an on-demand scalability option that we can do with our own servers. Another reason would be to future-proof our company by going global without any kind of business interruption. We can plug and play and open up branches anywhere in the world, and we would have our ERP system built in. Also, from a cost perspective, by not investing in hardware, it helps us minimize our CapEx. And that's really important, not only during this pandemic, but just in general. CapEx is not something that we want to continuously invest in because it never ends. Also, obviously, when you go cloud, you're on auto updates. So Epicor now is auto updating, which ensures the latest security fixes, having important updates without having to truly invest in the timely activity of upgrading, the normal software itself. It's not just as easy as upgrading your iPhone. No, there has to be a plan. You have to put it in pilot, you have to test, and you have to do so on and so forth. And then obviously the final major reason is easy collaboration for all our offices worldwide. Currently we have offices in India, Philippines, and China. So our collaboration is seamless and it's much faster for transmission of information. So from this perspective, this is all generic, right? Whenever you look into anything, you do a SWOT analysis. So these are all the strengths, if you will, that outweighed any kind of weakness there was for Bond Interiors. But let me go to the real reason why we went to cloud. And this is something that a lot of people will not think about, but it's probably the most important thing people need to think about and realize. And pretty much why the main reason of going cloud was so that I can start automating my business process by using out-of-the-box solutions instead of heavy customization or investing in other software. In my opinion, is the biggest advantage of having the cloud, ERP cloud. What came out of it, the outcome was it simplified our process by using the tools that are already built into ERP. And in Epicor, it was done through business activity management, which translated into automated business rules for us. People will miss the mark when you talk about cloud and processes. It's very easy for people to come in and say, okay, I have Epicor. Well, Epicor doesn't do this. Let me get something else. Let me force my processes into an ERP versus the other way around. And this is something going to cloud has eliminated for us. from my perspective as a CFO and as the driver and who's mainly in charge of implementing the accountable person, me confirming to Epicor's business processes should be my number one, instead of me forcing my processes into an ERP. So for me now, my life is a lot easier. To go into even more depth, we do understand that Epicor is a manufacturing company. But when we explored the project management side of Epicor, we found that it was very suitable for us and it was an out-of-the-box solution. Instead of us bringing another project management software, linking it, no, we confirmed that, hey, this is something that we can use and this is something that can work for us without having to do anything, extra. And this is the main reason why Bond Interiors has chosen to go with the cloud solution of Epicor. People really, really need to understand what they're getting into, but they really have to trust the consultants as well. So when I was dealing with both Hamak and Sayed, they understood us. They understood my point of view and they supported us. So I think it's also very important for companies to listen to the consultant like RheinBrücke and how they view things as well. I think that is the key to success. We are a project management company, so just to get into a little bit more detail. So for example, we're going to do a 5-star hotel and they need us to do multiple floors, offices, whatever the case may be. Our business case that we put forward was, okay, so we're a fit-out company and we're a project management company as well. So from a project management perspective, we estimate the job pre-tender. If we win the job, that becomes our basis, is the estimation budget. Now, once the project manager and all our internal team and all the handover is done, we said, okay, so the estimators aren't the executors of the job. So there will always be mistakes. We're human. It's something that can never be automated. So we need to do a rework of the budget and lock it in. Now, by doing so, we can give live feedback to the estimators and say, hey, by the way, guys, you may have missed the following, and this is what the executing team, the project management team said that they need to happen. And then the whole planning, the whole procurement cycle, everything to be automatically automated. We do not want any human intervention. Meaning, I do not want to tell somebody 2 weeks into a project, I need this item in 2 months. We wanted to take the full cycle into ERP. And again, everything that I'm talking about is out-the-box solution. Nothing that I'm talking about is customized. Now, what is the main importance of this business study? I'm sorry, I keep repeating this, but it's important to stress it. We're a fit-out company, we're a project management company. But what my perspective was as CFO of the company is data. Data is king. When I was discussing this with people, some people inside the company said, but we're a project management team, we're not a data company. I said, no, we are a data company. I need data to be stored so I can get better and better and better and analyze and continuously analyze. And that was the main driver behind the business case. I need data and I need live data. I'm only as good as yesterday's information. I can't be far behind. I can't finish a project and then say, okay, what happened? No, I need live feedback. So even as us being a project management team, data is a big, is like our diamonds and golds of the world. So that was the business case. For me, from my point of view, it was a very great, work opportunity, and it was such a great way to collaborate with the project management team. With Kamesh being in India, we never felt like he was ever away from us. He was very attentive. To even say it being locally, it was indispensable to have someone there with us who understood us, who knew exactly what we needed since day one.
Regarding the transformation from the normal system to the cloud, it is really an interesting chapter for us. And also regarding the work experience, it is really the same as what we feel. The normal system and the cloud, it doesn't make any difference in that, but only in few of the systems we had some issues that were even sorted out with the technical team in India and also from Dubai. Nitesh was also there helping us. And otherwise systems we didn't find any other differences. Only we found something like the main performance is based on the internet speed and also the system capability that we already increased with making the systems upgrading to SSD and putting more RAMs into this, and the internet speed are all kept clear. So only few of the technical issues are there. That also we got a really good support from RheinBrücke team from India, and almost most of them are solved. Only few are left that we are raising it, and it is also done on a timely manner. So we are getting good support from the Indian team.
It was a very good experience, and it was very interesting to deal with a strong team. Actually, there was a meetings on progress on daily basis. It was conducted by the project management team, and apart from that, even there was a quick response from the team whenever we raise a concern or anything. So we were totally happy, and everyone is like enjoying the new what you call the cloud version.
So from our point of view, I mean, the most important thing for me on a high level was that we went to sleep and we were on the version, and we woke up the next day and we were on the cloud. There was no business disruption whatsoever, except a few minor things here and there, maybe something not printing, something very, very minor. So, a lot of people, when we told them, by the way, we're cloud right now, people were kind of excited, shocked. They said, "Oh, how was this?" It was such a smooth transition that people aren't used to. Usually you have 2 to 3 weeks down. Whatever the case was, is that literally we woke up, we were cloud, and everything was fine except a few minor things, which is really more important than anything else from my perspective, my point of view. That there was zero business interruption whatsoever. So to me, it was more business as usual. So again, Suresh touched up on the majority of the issues that we had, which was there's two views. There's still classic and kinetic view that you can choose and log in. Now, classic view, everything's working just fine. Everything's working great. In kinetic view, things aren't really updated completely. But again, given the short notice, given the speed in which everything was implemented, it's something more cosmetic than it is anything else. We would love to be using the kinetic version as an example, but we know within the next few weeks things will resolve out, things will smooth out. Other than that, there was just a few, maybe 1 day issue, not even 1 day, it was just a few hours. Some printing issues, some POs not showing some line items. So it was a very minor detail. I think Sharif and Suresh did an amazing job by training our internal team and pushing them to test as much as possible. Yeah, so we have predicted that the ERP would be saving us, which is a big value because our contracts are very big. It would easily save us anywhere between 2 to 5%, depending on the project. 2% being over 100 million dirham jobs, so you can already assume how big of a value that is for us. And then the 5% is for the much smaller jobs that are fast, that need to be done within 2 months. because again, we are able to do data. That's what's currently saving us for running projects. But this data to us will increase our revenue, our projected revenue for the next 5 years by nearly 380%. Because the 380% increase is due to the better feedback and data that is transferred from the execution team to the estimation team. So let me tell you what also going cloud has done for us. So when the cloud has actually given us a chance to start working with banks on host to host. Host to host means as soon as we approve things for payment in ERP, it goes straight to the bank for them to pay it automatically. We could not have done this if we weren't cloud-based. For the bank to connect to our systems, they need the highest security. They need to ensure that that they'll be able to do it, and it's something that there's no way we could have done it with our own internal servers. Because again, it goes back to my first point of security, the investment that we need to do in CapEx for the bank to even think about something like this. Also, the other reason why it made our lives so easy for us to go cloud-based with RheinBrücke especially, I can't speak for Epicor, was because of Moro. The partnership with Moro made it so easy for us to do it. Because they came to our offices, they met us, we went to check out the servers in Moro, we saw their facility, we talked to their CEO. Things were just very, very seamless. It was a very, a good way forward. So for us, doing the cloud with RheinBrücke and Moro was a very easy perspective from us. And of course, now we're exploring even more things now that we're cloud-based, such as Merlin. It's one of the RheinBrücke products actually. I know we could have done it with our usual Epicor non-cloud version, but now that we're on cloud, we can install it, we can look into it, we can see a bigger value by going cloud-based with those things. Another big one for me was Epicor, our payroll solution from RheinBrücke as well. We haven't upgraded our system for a very long time, but now we're re-exploring and we're retesting, and we're back to the drawing board with Epicor, which we're hoping for it to be the solution for us for payroll as well. So the cloud has opened up a lot of positives in that perspective. Recommend everybody who's trying to, my background is mainly Oracle and SAP, but when I saw the out-of-the-box capability of Epicor, I'm thoroughly impressed, and especially with RheinBrücke. You guys have been a great partner to us, and I would definitely recommend any company to think of Epicor and RheinBrücke, to be honest. More so RheinBrücke, because really my interaction with Epicor has been nothing.